It's Moon with Moon Outdoors. Today I'm going to do an update on the garden. Alright, this is our first update. The tomato plants are doing very good. As you can see, down at the base, there's a little bit of weeds, which I think that we are going to put mulch down there once we pick the weeds out. And that should completely eliminate the weeds with the holes burning for the plants. Coming over to our onion sets, as you can see, same things here. We're getting a little bit of weeds up where the pockets are burnt in, and where the seeds didn't take, we are definitely getting weeds overtaken. Cabbage is doing very well. A little bit of weeds, and again, I think if we put mulch around the base of the plants, I think that's going to alleviate the rest of the weeds. The leaf lettuce, it's done very well too. There is some weeds that's coming up. These are the ones that we cut the slit in and planted the seeds. Now with this, these plants are maturing enough to where I can pick the weeds out without worrying about pulling the plant out itself. So all in all, it has worked for us. With these seeds being so small, you know, we had said that we didn't really know how we was going to plant them without cutting a slit. And it's worked out fairly well with the leaf lettuce after it's grown up. Pepper plants are about the same as the tomatoes. We are getting some weeds at the base of the plants, which again, I believe mulch would alleviate that. And then we have our head lettuce. And that has really seemed to fill up the holes that we burn in there for the plants very well. So we're not really seeing much weeds. Broccoli the same way. If you want to know what I'm moving, it's a 3D bow target. It seems to keep the rabbits out of it a little bit. More broccoli plants. And then the carrots. What we're having problems with these, you can see how much of a weed problem that we have in the slits that we cut in this for the seeds. You can see right there we do have some carrot tops, but it's just too hard till they grow up. And there's another one that's intermingled with the weed. Just so worried about pulling the carrot plant up itself. It's kind of hard that we haven't been pulling much of this out of the carrots for fear that we were pulling up the carrots. Same way with this row, we do need to go through the best we can and try to expose the ones that we can see, that we know that they are carrots. Beets are the same way. There's a beet there, and there's one there that's coming up almost underneath the slit. These need cleaned out as well. But if you do try this, it is very hard when the seeds are first coming up to distinguish the weeds from the actual plant or vegetable coming up. It looks like we might have to replant some of these beets. And then the second row of beets are the same way, that we'll have to get into and try to pull out the weeds that we know are weeds. We did try some buckets. They've got our green beans in them, and they're doing fairly well. Actually, we're getting a little bit of leaf damage. We'll probably have to get some 7-Dust and to put on those to keep the bugs at bay. Cucumber plants are doing pretty well. They're kind of very slow going. They are starting to spread out some. We are getting new growth, and hopefully we'll be seeing runners very shortly spread out within this end of the garden. Say hi, chickens. What we also planted some more tomatoes, but these are cherry tomato variety. This is a yellow pear. We've got 3 plants of those. What I'm planning to do with these when they get a little bit bigger is I'm going to start either a trellis type with a fence to let them grow up. We also got 3 plants of sun sugars. Never tried to grow this variety of cherry tomatoes before, but we'll see how it works. And again, we're going to go up with the fence, using it as a trellis. And that's just a quick update on the garden. The ground cloth has worked for us. We do have a little bit more to go with it. Like I said, we are going to try to put mulch around the base of the big plants, and I think that'll alleviate the rest of the weeds coming up through the burn holes where the plants are, and also that should be able to retain some moisture around the base of the plants. With the slits where the leaf lettuce was, that's doing great. As you've seen, we got maybe a little bit we need to replant in there, but as far as the weeds, been able to control them pretty good once the plants have started coming up, to have a decent root base that we're not worried about when we pull the weeds. We pull the plant itself up. The beets, I think we're gonna have to go back through and replant some of those. It doesn't seem like many of them have come up, but nonetheless it's still doing fairly well. Just a lot of weeds in those so far, and it's just definitely a learning curve to using this ground cloth. Maybe with next year we might be able to plant those a different way, or trying something different, not putting them in the garden itself, maybe in a raised bed or even the buckets. And here's some of our newest additions. Besides our chickens, we picked up a couple silver fox rabbits. This is the doe, and she is pregnant, and she is due on the 6th of June, so we should be having bunnies shortly. And this is the silver fox buck. A little more information on the rabbits. Again, the breed is silver fox rabbit. It's a rarer breed of domesticated rabbit. The breed was started by Walter B. Garland of North Canton, Ohio back in the early 1900s, and it was bred for meat, show, and also the uniqueness of its fur. And what they could do with the fur, he was trying to get the color of a silver fox. Back in the early 1900s and clear up to the 70s, fur was sought after for coats and for trimming of coats. And what they could do with the coloration of this new rabbit that he's bred and developed the color of, that they could use those in place of the actual silver fox, and they could be made much, much cheaper, but still have the appearance of being a silver fox fur coat. The silver fox rabbits come in several different colors. Currently, the only ones that you can show that are recognized as the standard are the black ones. The blues used to be part of the standard color, but because of the decreasing numbers of the blues, they are no longer being able to show because there's just not that many of them. They also come in chocolate, white, and a purple color, which is a lilac. When I was showing you the doe, I said that she was pregnant. She's due on June the 6th, so that'll be her 28th day, and they have birth between 28 and 31 days. They can go longer than that, but that's usually their normal time to carry is 28 to 31 days. We're hoping to get at least a few black ones that are show quality. We're also hoping to get at least one doe that we're going to keep out of the litter. And we would also like some of the other colors. I mean, who wouldn't want a purple rabbit? And if you like these videos, if you'd like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell up there, and that'll give you notifications when we have a new video coming out. Till next time, peace out.